everyone. Namaste. Myself Yashasri Bhairav Kulkarni. Today I am going to talk about Shotha Vyadhi. What is Shotha? Shotha is the swelling, or we can say it as a edema. What are the causative factors? What is the pathogenesis? What are the clinical features? And what are the complications of Shotha or edema? We are going to see now. See, there are two types of Shotha. In Charak Samhita, Charakacharya has explained two types of Shotha, Nija Shotha and Agantuja Shotha. What are the causative factors for Nija Shotha? Nija Shotha, it means it is the Shoth which has been taken place due to vitiation of doshadi factors in our body, or which is the vitiation of dosha causes the Shotha is the Nija Shotha. What are the causes or what are the causative factors for the Nija Shotha? Charakacharya has explained in a shlok it as a Shuddhya Amay Bhaktya Prushabalanam Ksharamla Tikshnoshna Gurupaseva Dadhyam Mruchaka Virodhi Dushta Garopasrushtan Nishevanam Cha Arshams Cheshta Nachadeha Shuddhi मर्मोपघाता विषमा प्रसूति मिथ्योपचारा प्रतिकर्मणाम च निजस्य हेतुः श्वेथो प्रदिष्टम. It means they have explained it as if the patient who is undergone panchakarma or who is undergone the panchakarma purification therapy and he is going to take much more intake of kshara, much more intake of tikshna ahara. Kshara means alkaline in nature. If he is going to take on salty food, if he is going to do intake of amla food, that is sour food, or sour drinks, if he is going to intake strong or tikshna or spicy food, if he is going to intake heavy food, so his Agni get vitiated, and due to vitiation of Agni all the three doshas get vitiated, and then it will take the causative factor as a Shoth. Then what they have explained next, Virodhi Ahara, that is Viruddhanna, that is incompatible food or the food which is not in the proper combination. Likewise, if anyone going to take salt and milk frequently, it is a Viruddha Ahara. Then Dushta Ahara. What is Dushta Ahara? That is polluted food or water, or which is Paryushit, or which is not properly cooked, is the Sandushta Ahara. Then food which is afflicted by gara, or which is afflicted or which is prepared by poison or prepared poisonously, or the afflictions with piles and lack of exercise, and also if there is a marma upaghata, that is affliction of vital organs because of endogenous diseases such as kidney disorders, heart disorders, then also it is the causative factor of the Shotha or edema. If there is a Vishama Prasuti, that is irregular delivery or abortions or miscarriages are carried out frequently, then it may be also the cause of the edema, or it may be also the cause of the Nija Shotha. Then inappropriate administration of Panchakarma or initiation therapy, or improper care after the Panchakarma. Then all these types of causative factors are responsible for the generation of Nija Shotha. So these are the factors for Nija Shotha. Then what happened in Agantuja Shotha? In Agantuja Shotha, Bahyastvacho Dushayita Abhigataha Kasthashma Shastragni Vishaya Sadhya Agantu Hetuhu. It means Agantu Hetu, that is a affliction of skin by the impact of wood, that is a Kashtha, Ashma, that is by stone, Shastra, that is by weapon, or by Agni, that is fire, or by Visha, that is by poison, or iron. It will give rise to exogenous type of edema or Agantuja Shotha. So these are the causative factors of Nija and Agantuja Shotha. Then what are the types of Nija and Agantuja Shotha? There are again division of Nija and Agantuja Shotha as like Sarvagatra, Ardhagatra or Avayav Ashray. It means it may be as like Sarvangaj Shoth, Ardhangaj Shoth or a particular organ wise Shoth. If the edema is Sarvagatra, it means edema pervading the whole body. If it is Ardhagatra, the edema pervading the half of the body. And if the Avayav Sammishra or Avayav Ashrayit Shoth is there, it edema afflicted only that organ or that particular part of the body. So these are the types of Nija and Agantuj, both Shotha. These are divided into these three types. What is pathogenesis of Shotha or Samprapti of Shotha? See, in Shlok form, Acharya Charak has explained like Bahya Sira Prapya Yada Kafasruk Pittani Sandushayati Vayu Tairbadhya Marga Satada Visarpa Utsedalingam Shwethu Karoti. It means because of the all these factors which we have seen for the Nija Shotha and Agantuja Shotha, they have taken place. Then what happened? Kapha, Asrika, that is blood, and Pitta, they enters the external vessels, that is Bahya Sira Prapya, enters the external vessels and afflicts the Vata dosha. Then they Sandushayat the Vata dosha or vitiate the Vata dosha. And what happened then? As a result of this, the channel of the circulation get obstructed. The channel of the circulations, which are the extracellular fluid channels or blood circulation channels or intracellular fluid channels, whatever the channels are there, they get obstructed, and then which spreads to the nearby areas. So the fluid which should have to be get circulated in proper channels, it get accumulated in the nearby areas, leading to Shotha or causing the edema. So Shotha or Shwethu, it can be said it as by this pathogenesis. Then we are going to see the individual pathogenesis. Likewise, if the Shoth is Urdhva Shwethu or Urdhvangaj Shoth, what may be the pathogenesis? If the afflictions take place in the chest, affliction takes place, then edema occurs in the upper part of the body. What is Adha Shwethu or Adho Shotha? If these afflictions or these obstructions or whatever we have seen before, the pathogenesis, if it takes place in the colon or in the pelvic region, which is the location of Vata, that is the Pakvashaya, if it takes place in the Pakvashaya or in Adho part of the body or lower part of the body, then edema occurs in the lower part of the body. Then what is Madhya Shwethu or Madhya Shotha? If these afflictions take place in the middle part of the body, that is between the chest and the pelvic region, in between these two regions, then the edema occurs in the middle part of the body. And what is Sarvangaga Shotha? If these afflictions take place in whole body, then swelling occurs in the entire body. So it leads to Sarvangaga Shotha. If however these afflictions are located in any particular viscera such as throat, palate, then edema takes place in that local area or in that locality, and it is named after the viscera where it occurs. Likewise, if it occurs in Gala Pradesha, it is known as Gala Shotha. If it occurs in Karnamula, it will named as Karnamula Shotha. Then what are the Purva Rupas of Shotha, or what are the pre-existing or pre-monitoring signs of the Shotha? in Charak Samhita, Acharya Charak has explained likewise, Ushma Syaddavatu Siranam Ittevacha Purvarupam. It means the premonitory signs and symptoms are as like Ushma, that is hyperpyrexia or increased temperature in that particular area. Davatu, that is burning sensation, feeling of hotness there. Then Siranam Ayama, dilatation of the vessels of that locality or of that particular part where there is a edema. We can see these type of Purvarupa, which are Ushma, Davatu and Siranam Ayama. Though all the three doshas are involved in the manifestations of all types of dosha, all types of Shotha, it is on the basis of predominance of the respective doshas, that Vatik Shoth, Paitik Shoth and Shleshmik Shoth. These varieties are determined, and so the therapies are also prescribed accordingly. Then what may be the Shotha Samanya Lakshanas? Sagavravam Syad Anavasthitatvam Sotsedam Ushma Atha Siratanutvam Salomaharsham Angavivarnatacha Samanyalingam Shwayathu Pradishtam. Then what are the general symptoms of Shotha? Sagavravam, that is feeling of heaviness. Where there is edema taken place, the patient or the subject will feel heaviness over that locality. Anavasthitatvam, that is instability. He is not feeling of stableness or something different, or something, there may be uneasiness feeling. It is known as the anavasthitatvam. Utsedam, swelling. We can see by our naked eyes the swelling is there. So swelling is the general feature. Ushma, that is rise in temperature. Which are the Purvarupas are there? They are going to show their characters in Lakshanas also. Then Siratanutvam, thinning of the vessel. In Purvarupa we have seen Siranam Ayama, and in Rupa or in Samanya Lakshana we are seeing that is thinning of vessels or Siratanutvam. Lomaharsham, that is horripilation of, or we can say it as a Lomaharsha. Angavivarnata, the discoloration of that particular part. Where there is a edema, discoloration of that particular part happens. These are the general features or general sign symptoms of the edema. Then we are going to deal with particular types of edema, likewise Vataj Shotha, Pittaj Shotha, Kafaj Shotha. What are the particular characteristics of these types of Shotha? If we are going to deal with Vataj Shotha, what may be the Lakshanas of Vataj Shotha? The Shoth may be Chala, that is the nature of edema may be changes oftenly. Tanutvaka, the skin over the edematous part is thin. Parushata, roughness may be there or rough to touch. The skin overlying the Shotha may be rough to touch. It is what may be the color of that particular Shotha skin? It may be Aruna or Asita, that is red or black in color. Prasupti, what is numbness? One can feel numbness over that part of swelling. Harsha, tingling sensation or horripilation. One can feel horripilation or tingling sensation over the Shotha in Vataj type of Shotha. Arati, that is pain may be there. The edema gets subsided without any reason. If it is a Vataj edema or Vataj Shotha, edema gets subsided without any reason. When pressed, the swelling disappears, but it appears again after the pressure is withdrawn, which is known as the Unnamanati Prapiditvam. Divabali, the Vataj Shoth is Divabali, that is the swelling is more in daytiming. So these are the special characteristics of Vataj Shotha. What are the special characteristics of Pittaj Shotha? Pittaj Shotha, it may be Mrudu, for the it is soft to touch, it is black or yellowish in color, it is the patient may feel feverish, or patient may develop excessive sweating, he will feel very much thirsty, or daha may be there, or burning sensation over that part of the skin, or it may be uh, bhrusha paki, or it may be get early it will get early pak. So these are the special characteristics of Pittaj Shotha. What are the special characteristics of Kapha Shotha? The Shotha is mrudu, that is swelling is soft to touch. Sagandha, it will emit some odor. Asita Pita Ragavarna, that is black, yellow or red in color. Brahma, Jwara, Sweda, Trushna, these may be the symptoms. The Sthira, the edema remains stable and confined to one area. If it is a Kapha Shotha, it is Sthira. It is patient will feel excessive salivation, that is Praseka. Nidra, patient will feel excessive asleepness. Vomitings, there may be feeling of vomiting. Then Vannimandya, that is suppression of digestive power, that is Agnimandya may be there. This type of edema takes place a long time to appear, and it cure also takes place a long time. It means the Chirakari, Kapha Shotha is Chirakari. Upon pressing and releasing the pressure, it is na unnamanati prapiditaha. It means it will take much more time to get its or to regain its proper position. If we will apply the pressure by the thumb or by any finger over the edema, it will take much more time to take its proper position. So it is a Kapha Shotha, and it is Ratri Bali, that is the condition gets aggravated or the features gets aggravated at night in Kapha Shotha. Then what may be the Sadhya Sadhyatva? Bad prognosis. What is the bad prognosis for Shotha? The patient of Shwayathu succumbs to death because if the edema in the person who is emaciated and afflicted by other diseases, or if the patient of edema develops complications like vomitings, or if the Shotha is marmanugata, or if the edema has afflicted to vital organs of the body, then it is also asadhya. Or Rajiman, if the stripes appears on the Shotha or edematous part, it is also asadhya lakshana. Paristrava, if there is exudation through the Shotha or exudation of fluid to the edematous part, it is also asadhya lakshana. Then if there is a general edema all over the body, that is generalized anasarca, and it will develop in a weak patient, then it is very impossible or it is very difficult to treat. So it is asadhyata or kashta sadhyata. Then what is good prognosis or curability for the Shotha disease? Ahina Mausa, if there is no muscle wasting in the patient, if the patient is having edema and there is no muscle wasting, then it is the symptom of the sadhyata. If only one dosha is involved in the Shotha, then it is also sadhya. If the edema is in recent origin, then it is also sadhya. Or if the patient has good strength, or if the patient is healthy by all means, by mental condition, by physical conditions, if the patient is healthy, then the condition of edema is also curable. So this is all about the Shotha. What may be the treatment aspect? The physician should take in consideration the bala of the Shotha. Physician may be take consideration bala of the patient also. Also the doshas involved in the Shotha. Also the timing, the season, the stage of the disease, all these types of things may have to take in considerations, or all these factors should may have to take in consideration for the treatment of the Shotha. So all these about Shotha, which is the pathogenesis, which is the causative factors, types of Shothas, Nija Akantuja Shotha, and everything regarding Ayurvedic perspective of Shotha Vyadhi. So thank you. We will meet again. Thank you so much.